Hello everyone, welcome to Livewire Breakfast. You are joined by me, Nathan, your station manager, and Max, your program controller. And today we have got possibly the most special guest Livewire's had in maybe a decade, and a very last minute guest at that. Please welcome Livewire's very own Greg James.
Hey!
Yeah, he's here.
I'm being interviewed by the big dogs.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that you were both senior management. That's, this is big.
It's big time.
Yeah, big booking.
So, yesterday you spent your morning with Taylor Swift.
I did.
Today you're spending your early evening with me and Max.
Yeah.
What an upgrade.
This is what it is. This is where it all began. This is where I fell in love with radio properly. Live by 1350. This is it.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be back.
It made you, arguably.
Yeah, it did. No, it did. And I put a lot of hours into it, and I'm sure you two do as well.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have interviewed Taylor Swift yesterday without Livewire. So this is it. That is linked. You can draw a pretty much straight line, or maybe a wiggly line from Livewire to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no, and Taylor's even got her own separate link from Big Weekend.
Yes.
2015.
Yeah, that was Earlham Park. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievably exciting to come back to Earlham Park as a Norwich. Well, I sort of class myself as a Norwich resident or an ex-resident, and to come back and be like, well, this is where I went to university. And that's the swimming pool, and that's the drama studio, and that's Taylor Swift in Earlham Park. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Yeah, so you're here today to promote your book, All the Best for the Future. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the book?
No, I don't have to. I mean, actually, a lot of it is set around UEA. Livewire gets a big shout out.
Yay!
There's a big student radio chapter in it. There's a lot of stuff. When I met one of my best mates who's here tonight to do the show with me downstairs at the LCR, Pat, we met here, and we just had such a great time here. And actually, being at UE, the book is sort of about working out who you are and growing up without having to grow old and do all the grown-up stuff and just... no, that's not true. You have to do all the grown-up stuff, but you don't have to forget to have fun.
100%.
Yeah.
You have to do nice stuff still while you've got all the other stuff to do. And actually being back here and reminiscing about being back at UEA and doing Livewire and doing drama and putting on comedy shows or whatever it was, that was me at my absolute happiest. And I'm still kind of doing that whenever I can. I'm still... Even though you have to pay the bills and you have to look after poorly parents and, do babysitting and whatever else you have to do, you can still find time to do fun stuff. And I guess in my job I do, which is very lucky.
Definitely. I was going to say, actually, because you did drama here, but obviously you did a little bit of like hospital radio and stuff before this. Did you see drama as somewhere you wanted to go, or was radio kind of the end goal?
Well, I think Livewire really focused me in and confirmed that I could maybe do this as a job.
Yeah.
But I always loved radio. I loved listening to it as a kid and wanted the idea of being on it was great, but it didn't feel like a real thing you could achieve. And then I just started doing it and met people who also loved doing it, and that gave me confidence to try and get better and spend all my free time in here. So yeah, I guess Livewire was the moment I thought, oh, I'm quite good at this. I think I could maybe just do this, and I really enjoy it and I get a lot out of it, and I felt really happy doing it. But yeah, I really liked doing stuff on the stage. I still do. That's why I'm doing the LCR tonight. But I loved doing my drama degree, and it was all sort of linked. It was all arsing around.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that like almost the storytelling part of drama must help a bit with radio, as in like kind of the dramatism of it, because you think about narrative a lot in things like fiction, but it exists in non-fiction as well. So I imagine it was a helping hand.
Oh, definitely, because you're doing silly voices, you're experimenting with your voice. I do quite a lot of singing on the breakfast show. There's lots of dramatic bits, and just being dramatic is quite fun. And with callers and being expressive and making sure you're listening as well. You learn a lot of that in drama. You learn to listen properly to what people are saying, and and it gave me confidence to speak out loud, I guess. They're definitely linked. And also just structuring a link or an interview or planning a thing with a link on the radio. You sort of do a beginning, middle and end, and that is a classic story.
Definitely. And we wanted to know, what was the kind of show you did at Livewire? Did you have like a set show, or did you like what was your thing?
It was very similar to the show I do now.
Okay.
Which is a load of silly stuff and messing around with the music. trying stupid ideas that didn't work and getting a few of my friends on. In fact, Pat was on a couple of my shows, and our other mate John, who is a great comedian now, John Kearns, he was on the recent Taskmaster series. You might have seen him on there.
Wow, yeah.
He's a very successful stand-up, as is Pat, and they just used to come in and do stuff with me on the shows. So it was silly ideas, like we sent John out to go and do live cinema reviews, but while the film was on.
Oh my God.
So he'd be at the back of the cinema going,
she's about to move in for a kiss now.
and we're like an hour later,
There's an amazing car chase where they're going through New York City and
then people shushing him and stuff. So we just did silly ideas basically, and we did lots of outside broadcasts. We would do DJ nights downstairs in the bars and broadcast those live, and put on band nights in town and club nights, and it was very social and very just really fun.
Yeah, well, we heard a bit of one that Prue Leaf leaked on your website. How did she get a hold of that? Have you got like an archive of your old stuff?
It's amazing how many people have got stuff kept on old laptops and old hard drives. And the guy that put that together, my old producer from Radio 1, very good friend Chris, he got in touch with loads of old people from Livewire to say,
really?
what have you got? What archive have you got?
Oh, that's amazing.
And he found loads, yeah. And he got in touch with my parents to find old videos of holidays and all sorts of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But it's good. Keep your stuff. I mean, it's an amazing thing. Student radio and student media is a great thing, because that's where you learn. Whether it's the TV or the newspaper or the radio station, that's where you learn all these things, and you work out how to get better, and you try stuff, and you get it wrong, and you write an article that's not quite right, and then someone tells you off. Then you go, okay, I better get my facts straight for the next time. And the same with radio shows. We had such a nice time here, and I feel very, very happy to come back. And yeah, I'm so pleased that it's still going, and that people want to do it, and it's a thriving society, because it is the best.
Because people do say, like, people would think radio is dying, but it's not. It's constantly growing. It's
not from where I'm sitting.
Exactly.
No.
People are still tuning in. People are still wanting to get involved, and I think that's a really good thing.
I mean, people have been trying to kill radio off ever since I fell in love with radio. Yeah. And it's just not going. Yeah. It's no matter what else is happening. Yes, there's more competition for eyeballs and earballs, but it's it still has a place. And look, you've just had the most famous pop star on the planet come and do 6 interviews in the UK. One of them was Graham Norton, the other 5 were on radio stations. Yeah. That says a lot. That's you get reach, you get connection.
It's just that human touch. Like, you can have all the editorial players you want and the AI DJs and whatever, but it's just got that human touch and that human recommendations and things. Just like like I grew up on radio. I think that's why my music taste is so broad. I'll have a bit of a fangirl moment, but essentially I've been listening to you since like Drive Time, since the old podcast.
Oh, great!
So it's such a weird full circle moment.
Oh, that's so nice
for me to be here. So
you're a podcaster.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
Yes.
Oh, Max, thanks. No, that's really cool. But it's all of those things that you said. Plus, it's also just this amazing community of listeners who are there live in that moment. Yeah. They're all listening to the same thing. They're all getting on with their day, doing the stressful thing or the fun thing in the morning, whatever. But you've got this amazing soundtrack that it does soundtrack people's lives. So it's testament to radio that people want to hang out and come and be guests on the shows and stuff.
Yeah, and so many of your like big things have happened because of just like one listener message starting it all off. And it's so great to see the power of that and how listeners can really make a difference. Like, people to say, like, you can say like, oh, it's like a one-way medium originally before like social media, but now you can have that engagement coming in. That sort of mediated two-way exchange, and it's great.
No, it's exactly that. And also it's just really fun.
Exactly.
And it does, and it still survives, even though I think part of part of the reason why people still love it is because we are so easily distracted by a million things. It's kind of amazing that on your phone you've got every single movie ever made. You've got every single song ever made. You can watch any bit of stand-up that's anyone's ever done, read any book ever, and then you just go, I'm actually overwhelmed. Can you just tell me what to listen to for a bit? Can I just hear something fun? I want you to curate something for me live, and that's kind of it, I think.
So to wrap up, we've got some quick fire questions for you.
Please.
So the first one, if you were any kind of breakfast, what kind of breakfast would you be?
Eggs.
Oh.
I'm an egg guy. I just love eggs.
Fair play. Who's your favourite guest you've had on The Breakfast Show?
Oh, probably. I mean, the recent Taylor is hard to beat because she was
Yeah.
on such great form.
Yeah.
But probably it can't not be David Attenborough. I don't think. You know, I just don't think
You've had him a few times.
It
as
can't
well,
not
yeah.
be him. Yeah.
My show on Livewire is called The Slay List. What song is going at the top of your slay list?
Great. What a great name for a show. What are we playing? What are we playing on the Slay List? I'd say you're probably playing a lot of Chapel Roan.
Yeah,
I think you're probably playing quite a lot of Sabrina.
yeah,
I'll go for Red Wine Supernova.
banger.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for popping in, Greg. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Oh no, it's been great.
Good luck with the show tonight.
And this is a serious message to everyone who's about to do a show. Just enjoy it.
Exactly.
Enjoy making a thing and just have a nice time doing it.
No pressure. No.
There is no pressure. Just do some silly stuff
Exactly.
and listen to good music. That's it.